What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on Proven Power Cycles. For those who don't know me, my name is Eric. We got Lewis over here, and Kyle is running late today. Oh, there's Lewis! Today, guys, we have an 08 GSX-R750. Now, I want to go ahead and say this. I was supposed to film this bike before we started anything, but admittedly, this is when I went out on my accident. I had an injury. I got a battle wound here, so I got hurt, and I had to have surgery on my clavicle, and I did not begin the filming on this during that time. And the parts started coming in, and admittedly, the bills don't stop coming. All right. We needed to get kind of moving on this. So Lewis did. He started working on this bike. So before I show you the bike, I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of backstory. This is kind of why I am filming now versus when I should have started. All right. So, because Lewis has already started making progress on it, I just figured I'd give you guys, we kind of start in the middle of this and kind of show you guys where we're at. So it is an 08 Suzuki GSX-R750. He's already got the Samco hoses installed. He's working on the Vortex rear set. You can kind of see a part of this already. So if you look here, we've got a bunch of gunk, right? Tons of it. And this is only a part of it, but this is part of what Lewis has already cleaned up here in the front sprocket area. So we have, if you can see in here, we got all kinds of gunk that he's already cleaned out. There's still some left that we need to spray down and get it out of there. But for the most part, that was some of the buildup that we've already cleaned out. So my big rule of thumb for whenever we're working on bikes is always, let them take the bike cleaner than how it came in. So we always try to find stuff to clean and do that extra mile for you guys. So we're going to wipe down the frame. We're going to get this frame cleaned up. So more or less what this guy is come in to do was we gave him the Vortex rear sets. We're doing the Samco hoses. We've got the Moto Apex 6 wheels that look absolutely phenomenal. He already had the EBC front rotors. All we're doing is we just transplanted them onto the new wheel. And then here is the rear wheel. These things are wicked, guys. Obviously, they're very popular right now. Moto has been making these for a few years, honestly. This isn't like a new wheel, but they just really have caught on lately, and a lot of people are jumping on that bandwagon. But beautiful wheels, rightfully so. So what this guy is really what we're doing is more or less an aesthetic package on the bike. Now, he does have a Two Brothers exhaust. It's, we were trying to get him to kind of go with a different style exhaust or a different exhaust, if you will. But ultimately, the owner wanted to keep the exhaust, okay? We also got him a couple of new fairings, I wanted to say. We did get him a couple of fairings that were broken, one of which is going to be the lower left, was it? Or lower right? Lower right? Okay. Well, either way, we got him a new lower fairing that was cracked. So we did get him a new tag bracket here, a fender eliminator kit. We also replaced this fairing here as well. This was broken. We are gonna replace this one too. There's a broken tab in here, and we're also gonna detail the snot out of this bike. Now, we didn't necessarily charge out per se for a detail on the bike, but again, it's just something that I like to do, especially since he's kind of getting more or less this aesthetic package, if you will, where we're gonna clean up the bike and make it look, newer and prettier and all the things. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and detail the bike. So all of these scratches and all these little imperfections that you see on here, I'm gonna try to do my damnedest to get them all out and get it all nice and cleaned up. So he's got a lot of surface scratches on it. So we'll get him a nice detail. Make this thing look badass. But like I said, he did opt to keep this Two Brothers exhaust. He said he likes that tucked look. He said he thoroughly enjoys it. He didn't want to change that. So we're going to go ahead and leave that. And like I said, we're just going to clean up the rest. He's got some new bar ends, and we got the chain and sprocket kit. That's going to go on here. I admittedly ordered the wrong sprocket. I actually ordered the sprocket for his Gixxer wheel and not the Moto wheel. So for those of you guys at home, if you do get an aftermarket wheel, it could be BST, Marchesini, the Moto, Voodoo. It doesn't really matter, but if you guys do get aftermarket wheels, they take a different hub than the OEM wheel, okay? So you're gonna need to get the sprocket for the affiliated wheel, okay? Just to let you know, I did make that mistake. I did know that going into it, but I totally, these Core Moto wheels was kind of an afterthought to the project. We were doing other things, and then I mentioned it to him. I said, hey man, would you like a set of wheels? It'd be pretty dope. Since you want to do like more or less an aesthetic kind of package to the bike. And he goes, yeah, screw it, let's do some wheels. So it was kind of an afterthought, and so now we got the new sprocket on the way. It'll be here in the next couple of days, and we'll be able to get that on, so that way we can get the chain and sprocket kit all together. And then after this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do the ECU flash and dyno tune, so the bike will look good, feel good, it'll be lighter. We got a custom seat being made for them. You know, this bike's gonna be super sharp when it's all said and done. I cannot wait for the end result and see what it's gonna look like whenever we get everything wrapped up and on the bike. So just wanted to show you guys, this is one of the projects we're working on here at the shop. We have many more to go over, but pretty cool package that we do, and or that we're doing for this guy, and he'll be super happy. He's gonna be super happy. Awesome guy. He is a active duty military guy, so we're helping take care of him. Really nice guy. So, all right, guys, we got the Gixxer. We have the Core Moto wheels all on our Gixxer, and it is coming together quite nicely. So, one thing that I actually did not get on film that Lewis was able to catch as we were going through this bike, and you could still see somewhat a little reminiscent of it, but if you look up here, somebody had tied up the narrowband, the O2 sensor. They had tied it up here. You can kind of see it underneath the oil pan, but look right here. You see all that black soot right here? So notice that, and you can kind of see it on the glove, kind of. But anyway, this black soot was because this hole for the narrowband, the stock O2 sensor, was wide open, and it was just blasting exhaust gas all on his oil pan. So this is not a good thing for anybody out there. That is actually going to heat up your oil. It's going to thin it out like less than water. I mean, oil is thinner than water, but it's basically going to thin out your oil, and you could risk spinning a bearing, because now, again, you're not going to get the protective qualities that you need from oil. You're not going to get it because you're sitting here just blasting hot air, hot exhaust fumes all on your oil pan. So A, the bike it sounds a hell of a lot better. B, it's going to run a lot better. You know, there's a ton of things that the bike's going to do a lot better. So the other thing that we notice is, you know, you got all this like weather wearing down on the exhaust. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna start sanding some of this down and cleaning this exhaust up, since he wanted to retain it. It's not gonna be perfect, I'll be honest with you. It's not gonna be great because I can't get to certain things, and we're kind of running out of time per se on this project. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hit a lot of the outside area, the stuff that you can really see here. I'm gonna hit a lot of this exhaust, clean this all up, hit the mid pipe up right in here. Now granted, this is gonna be tucked away with a fairing, but you know, again, I'm kind of anal about stuff, and I'm really meticulous about some of the work here. So I'm gonna clean a lot of this up for him, just because. So we're also gonna clean up a lot of his fairings, but man, look at these wheels. I know Core Moto right now is a hot topic, but these wheels look incredible. So we had a little interesting dilemma with the wheels. I'll be honest with you guys. With the rear wheel on this bike, there was a problem getting the wheel mounted. And come to find out, what ended up happening was the brake bracketry that for the brake rotor that came from Core Moto. We spoke to the owner over there, and he was telling us that you know, on some of the Gixxers, what they were having to do was put this 2 millimeter spaced out towards the outside of the wheel, if you will. And there was a 2 millimeter offset. And the reason being is because this rotor was too far inward, and it was creating like a little kink right here with the brake bracket, the OEM brake bracket. And it was creating like this little basically turn on it, and we couldn't get the axle all the way through. It was a very strange issue. They were awesome to work with in solving the problem. Very quick. They shipped us a new part immediately. And once we installed the new part, we were able to get that brake rotor shimmed out an extra 2 millimeter. problem solved, the wheel fits, and everything just looks incredible. So kind of show you guys around on the other side here, let you see the chain and sprocket setup. So here's our chain and sprocket. We're on a super light rear, blue ZVX3 chain. We got to clean the chain up. This is all the fresh wax on it, but it's going to look really cool all in all once it's all cleaned up. Nice deep colors. Everything got cleaned up here in the front area. Lewis did a great job up there. We got the Vortex rear sets on it, looking killer. The bike is gonna look killer, absolutely killer. I can't wait. We're gonna polish this out. I'm gonna spend a little extra time on the plastics, but I have a feeling this owner is gonna be absolutely stoked once we get this thing wrapped up. All right, guys, so we got the GSX-R750 on the dyno, and now part of me wants to test this out without the O2 sensor in the exhaust, just to show you guys kind of the issues that arise with it. But at the same time, I don't want to, we just got done cleaning it. We just got done, you know, basically polishing out this whole exhaust. We cleaned up the whole exhaust. You know, I don't want to necessarily burn up his oil pan and create soot and everything like that. So we're just going to go ahead and go straight back into the a baseline, if you will. So we got it all set up here on the dyno. Now this is really just for my GSX-R750 fans. This is kind of be a straight through system or a straightforward process with the ECU flashing and the dyno tuning. I guess if anything, the big takeaway from this one is going to be, guys, is just more or less kind of our setup, if you will, on the bike. Now, it's not necessarily everything I would have done. Ideally, I would have liked for him to change the exhaust, but at the end of the day, that's just me wanting it to make a little bit more power, or basically to have a cleaner power band. But all in all, this is gonna work. It's gonna be fine. He's gonna be ecstatic. It's gonna drive night and day differently. I really wanted to test it. I can almost guarantee you that he had a little bit more of a power loss with that O2 sensor, that narrowband being unplugged from the system, because it's going to create a little bit of disturbance, considering there is no restriction in this exhaust. So sometimes what we'll do, if we're testing a catalytic converter that's clogged, we will physically pull that narrowband sensor out to test to see if power actually picks up, because that way the exhaust gases can escape. In this particular case, considering that he's got a full exhaust system, with that being out, it usually creates a little bit of disturbance in the exhaust flow, which then in turn creates a little bit of a power loss. But all in all, it's not a big deal. At the end of the day, you know, he's gonna feel that difference. I just like showing it on the graphs, and I like kind of displaying it. But again, I don't want to necessarily kind of, you know, do any more damage to the bike by removing it and showing you guys, considering we've already found that problem and we resolved it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and fire the bike up. Let's get it warmed up. I'm going to open up the doors here so we got good ventilation, and I'll get my computer all started up here so we can do some baseline runs on this bad boy. So guys, you're actually gonna see a little bit of smoke because we cleaned the whole exhaust system. We wiped it all down, and we took years of the oxidization and just chemicals, things that got burnt into the exhaust. We sanded it all down. We took it all out. Kyle did a great job. I helped with it a little bit, but Kyle did a great job with it. So that smoke that you're seeing is us with we wiped it all down with brake clean and all that. So it's just burning off that residual. right, guys, so here is our baseline on the GSX-R750. So we baselined at 114 wheel with 48 pound-foot of torque. Now, that's pretty low, honestly. It's pretty low considering this is a GSX-R750. Normally the GSX-R750s produce a little bit more than this on the baseline, usually around 116 to 117. But, you know, we are showing a pretty rich mixture, almost the entire pool, except for up here, or down here, I should say. This is a lower RPM. This is usually where the laggy feeling is that most people feel, is anywhere from like that 3K to about, you know, really it's a little bit further. Usually it's around like 7K, and then it starts to wake up. And you can see right here, look at the torque curve. It's pretty flat, and then it starts to pick up right around this 7,000 RPM. That's where it actually starts to pick up. So that's kind of the feeling you're getting on your bikes whenever you're saying it's got a little bit of a lazy feel to it, and then it picks up. Same thing with horsepower. Horsepower is nice and linear, but see, the trajectory changes right after 7,000 RPM, and it picks up a little bit harder. So part of that's camshaft, part of that's tuning, part of that is also breaking everything in. You know, admittedly, we do need to break in. It's a brand new chain. We got to get this thing hot. You know, we did get the bike hot, but we gotta run this like a bajillion times also on top of that. So like I said, it's a little low, nothing to be stressed about. At the end of the day, we're gonna get our gains, we're gonna pick up power, you know, even through the tuning. So the curve looks good all in all, which is what I wanted to see, is a nice clean curve. So I'm gonna go ahead and get busy, and let's get this thing dialed in. All right, guys, so we got the base map all on the GSX-R750. We're gonna see what it likes to do, or see what it wants to do, and go from there. Here we go. So given that the wheels are brand new, Moto did say, because we noticed a lot of resistance with the wheels, Moto did say it's going to take some time for basically those fittings to kind of break in. That's just kind of what they told us. You could see how fast that wheel came to a stop, that there's definitely a lot of resistance on that wheel still, but we are a little low on the power even with the flash, but it did wake it up quite a bit already. I'm gonna keep chipping away at it, the air, fuel, things like that. We still need to tweak on that. Again, this is just a base map, but we're gonna keep making changes to this map and see where we can get it. We are done. All right, guys, so we got that 750 all wrapped up. Now the numbers are a little bit on the lower end, but they're not super low. They're just a little bit low. And we did a little bit of testing with the wheels. Again, what we were told from Core, they said it needed to break in the wheels. So the machining is very tight, they said. It's very snug. So over time, the bearings and everything will kind of loosen up. Eventually, it'll roll just fine. So we did have a little bit of resistance on the wheel, but all in all, not a big deal. We still got very good numbers out of this. So now, again, part of that lower end number is because of the wheels. So keep that in your mind. So just from basically giving a little lubrication on the wheels, like where the bearings are and everything, to kind of loosen up, if you will, the wheel. When we did that, we picked up about 2 to 3 horsepower just from doing that, okay? So a good chunk of this is tuning, but there is some horsepower in there. Like I said in the beginning of the video, there is some horsepower that got freed up just from loosening up the wheels, okay? So I'll say it once, I say it again, and I'll keep saying it. This show, or this channel, is about as being as transparent as we can with you guys, and that's as transparent as I can get it. I'm gonna stick with that, but let's go on with the numbers. 114 wheel horsepower, 48 pound-foot of torque, and we're ending at 127 wheel horsepower with 53 pound-foot of torque. Very good linear gains, all in all. We did pull up. There's a slight restriction right here in the top part, very, very small on the 08s. The newer ones, they definitely make them more prevalent. They're more invasive, so they pull a little bit more power out of the newer 750s, just to let you guys know. Air fuel, it came in very, very lean at the low end, and then it came in very, very rich. Then it kind of comes back, then it goes rich, then it comes back a little bit, then it goes very rich. You know, this is around 12.2 AFR, 12.2, 12.3. Very, very rich in this area. Then it leans out, and it gets kind of close to our target here, then it goes rich again. So the new AFR is the red line. Pretty damn streamlined. Now again, this is on fiber optic. It's not gonna be perfectly flat. You're gonna see little discrepancies, especially right in this range. There is a very odd jump here in the RPMs on what we can touch. So right in this little area, you're gonna have a little fluctuation, but all in all, this thing is pretty solid now. Air fuel is nice and safe. Everything looks very solid. So yeah, guys, his biggest thing was aesthetically, he wanted it to look better. You know, the wheels were a big part of this whole project. The Samco hoses, the brake lines, we've upgraded the braking system. We got them stainless brake lines. You know, we did the Core Moto, the Apex 6 wheels that looked absolutely beautiful. You know, again, the Samco hose, we're gonna clean it up. We replaced the fairing on it. There's miscellaneous, actually we replaced a couple of fairings on that bike, but ultimately what the owner was looking for was just aesthetically making the bike look better. His tag was technically illegal. It was just hanging in the back. So we got him a tag bracket. We got a light on it now. So he is a military personnel. So when he went on base, he always got flock for it on at the gate. You know, they were like, hey, this bike, it's illegal per se. So, you know, they always kind of gave him crap. So again, he just wanted to dress the bike up, make it look good, do all of these things, you know, just aesthetically look better, be legal, ride better, ride smoother. So that's our goal here at the shop. We're just trying to check all the check boxes for you guys. So whether it be aesthetically making the bike look better, you want to make gobs of power, you know, you're trying to fix a problem, whatever it is, that's our goal. We're trying to hit everything on your checklist, you know, the best of our ability, and we're very good at listening to the customer. We're very good at kind of navigating you guys in the right direction. So, you know, that's what we kind of pride ourselves on here at the shop. So with that, we're waiting on the seat. That's the last little icing on the cake. So I've been in contact with Sammy. It's Sammy Seat Covers. I think he's in like Ocala or Gainesville, Florida. Really nice guy. He only speaks Spanish, but he's a really nice guy. I love dealing with him all in all. Sometimes it's a little difficult with the communication, but all in all, he's a great guy, does phenomenal work. So I know Chris Moore recently used him. He found out about him, he's been using him. Guy does great work, great seats, does the nice cut. He has great graphics that he puts on the seats, just phenomenal guy. So we're waiting on that seat to come back from him. He's working on it currently. In the meantime, there's a few little things that we need to go back over on that bike. We're gonna make some adjustments to the Vortex rear sets that we installed. There's a little bit of adjusting we need to do on that. It overheated a little bit on the dyno, and when I say overheated, I'm not talking about it's spitting cooling out everywhere. What I'm talking about is it's all about 220 degrees on the dyno, which is normal for basically a stock parameter bike, but in our case on the dyno, I don't like seeing temperatures over like 200 to 205. Anything over that kind of strikes me as like, okay, we need to rebleed this system, or we need to check this out and see what's going on. So we're gonna check out the cooling system, make sure that we burped it and everything is correct on that. We're gonna go ahead and clean up the bike. We're gonna wipe it down, polish it up. So that's another little thing that I'm kind of doing on the side that we didn't charge them for any of that. We didn't charge them to clean up the exhaust either. But we're gonna go back through, we're gonna retouch that exhaust, re-clean that exhaust. We had a couple little spots that got on it during the dyno session. So we're gonna clean the exhaust again. He was ecstatic the fact that we did all that. And again, these are things that we never even charged him for. He's just a great guy. He's been a great customer. These are things that we just like to do. We like to do little surprises for our customers. We like to throw in little snippets here and there. It's a lot of hard work. I came in on a Saturday, and Kyle also worked on it, but I came in on a Saturday, worked on it for about 3 hours cleaning it, and Kyle spent another probably 2 to 3 hours cleaning that exhaust. And again, these are things that we didn't even charge him for. He's just been a great guy to deal with. He's a military guy. We try to look out for our military personnel and do little extra things for them, especially for them. So we appreciate you guys and your service and your commitment to America. So, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the video once we get the seat and once we polish it all up. We'll show you guys all of that. We'll kind of do a walk around on the bike and show you guys all the little things that we did that are little extra things. And I'm really excited to see the final picture of the bike. I think it's gonna look absolutely killer. All right, guys, so I ended up leaving the Gixxer inside the dyno room because I wanted to clean up the paint a little bit. Now, I'm not a professional detailer. I'm not really the best at this, but I enjoy it here and there. I love cleaning the bikes. I love making them look good. So a part of this like little aesthetic package, not little, but part of the aesthetic package that we're gonna do on this Gixxer is minus the seat and the wheels and the brake lines and the Samco hoses and whatnot. I'm also going to polish out the paint a little bit, just kind of spruce it up a little. He's got a ton of scratches in this thing. Now again, I know there's people out there better than me. I'm not saying I'm a professional detailer by any means. You guys are awesome. But I started a little bit on this one, trying to get some of the surface scratches out, but it's kind of hard to see on the black, but you can see this is kind of what it looks like. Has a lot of hard scratches in there, so I'm just gonna, again, kind of dull them down. I don't know if I'll necessarily be able to take them all the way out with my skill set, but at least I'm gonna help the guy out and get a lot of that surface scratch out of there. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I'm just gonna help him out, like I said. Alright guys, so I got the bike just quickly. Again, I didn't spend a ton of time on this. It's not going to be perfect, you know, but I wanted to show you guys. We just did a quick little hit on it. You know, it looks a hell of a lot better. Still some scratches and stuff in there, but you know, again, it really needs to be wet sanded and buffed. I need to take this off and redo all of it, but you know, again, just kind of helping the guy out a little bit. Just wanted to spruce it up, and I think we did just that. I think it came out a lot better than how it came in. So this has always been my goal, is to make the bikes look a lot better when they leave versus when they come in. Yeah, see, all right, so we got to wipe that there, but I'm not, wow. You can see it in the camera, but you can't see it really in person. It's pretty wild. But anyway, yeah, you can tell there's just some little areas that we need to hit, but all in all though, and I did the rear seat, did the seat cowl rather, got that. It's not perfect. Again, we just kind of did a quick hit on it just to show you guys, but I don't know, it looks pretty good, I think. Drop a comment down below. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think about it. And then I think I shot this before. So again, it's not perfect, but just kind of doing a before and after for you guys. All right, guys. So we just got done wrapping up this 08 GSX-R750. This thing is stupid clean. So just to kind of recap with you guys, we did the Vortex rear sets. We did a custom seat by Sammy Seats. Sammy Seat Covers, rather. Awesome guy, does great work. Very, very happy with his work. We've actually taken his seats to local upholstery shops just to see if they could mimic it. You know, again, just kind of doing one of those, hey, can you guys get it quicker, faster, whatever. and almost every shop told us, no, we don't even know how he does what he does on those seats. That's incredible work. So shout out to Sammy Seat Covers. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the work on it, brother, and thank you very much. So we also did the grips, Samco hoses, coolant flush, all that jazz, guys. Kyle and I, we took the time to actually re-polish his exhaust and clean out his headers, the mid-pipe, going up into the muffler here. Obviously the core Moto wheels looks amazing. And on the left side, we also did a super light sprocket kit with EK chain, the metallic blue chain. So it's a little bit more like a teal, guys, just to let you guys know. It's definitely a lighter blue. It's not as dark of a blue as like the core Moto wheels, but all in all, still looks great. And yep, that's about it. We repolished the fuel tank and a little bit on the bike, some of the plastics on the bike to kind of make it pop a little bit more. He had a bunch of surface scratches, so all in all, it looks pretty good. You know, again, I'm not a professional detailer, but still, I'm damn proud of how it came out, I should say. But that's about it, though, guys.
Blue everywhere. I love that black and blue. I'm looking at a whole new bike.
A little accent.
I'm hoping I don't make a mistake and walk past this joker.
Oh yeah, and then we did tune it. That's right, we did tune it.
Yes,
but
sir.
Yeah, it should, man. So it should feel good. It's obviously it looks good. It should feel good. It should hit all the boxes. But yeah, I mean that was really it. Right. I mean that was really it. I don't really have much more to say either.
No, man, I'm excited. I'm grateful, and like the other guy said, like I've been telling you all along, everybody loves you because you sincere with not only what you tell us, you passionate with your work, you passionate with trying to meet what we think we envision and you bring it to life.
Try to bring it to life. That's the hardest part, is like bringing it to life, you know, like, all right, let me make sure I guide you the right way, you know. It's hard because you don't know what's in their brain. You're just hoping. You're like, man, I think this is right.
Right? I'm like, man, I remember when you first sent me the pictures of Australia. I'm like, I don't know, but then when I came, I was like, yes, that's what I want.
You're like, yeah.
No, I'm grateful, man.
Cool, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. For real, you've been great. You've been awesome through the whole thing. You've been great.
Yes,
so
sir.
We've been getting lucky lately with our customers. Everyone's been pretty dope. Everyone's been really cool, man. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for tagging along with this video. Sorry we missed some in the beginning. I do apologize about that with being injured and getting hurt along the way. Stuff happens, but all in all, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you could, please leave a comment down below, like, share, subscribe, do all the things to help support us grow. We really appreciate you guys. We are growing exponentially. Things have been absolutely phenomenal and booming here at the shop. Could not be any happier than the way things are going right now, and it's all thanks to you guys, the viewers, people who are giving us calls, guys who are giving us a chance to prove to you guys what we can produce for you on your bikes. So give us a call if you're interested in doing something similar. We are a dealer for basically everything you saw on that bike. Puig, core, you know, the brake lines, the wheels, Sammy seats, the Vortex, any of those things. If you guys are interested in anything else as well with your bike, please definitely reach out to us at 813-908-FAST. That's 813-908-3278. Or you can contact us on our website at www.provenpowercycles.com and let us know through there. So, but with that, guys, thank you again for viewing, and we'll see you on another episode.